Hi loves, what is up? So I am back with a video today. As you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a hair tutorial, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys the easiest way to color a wig and customize it. So what you guys see me doing right here is just ripping up a trash bag. It's clear, and I like to use a trash bag as my barrier between my coloring and my lightening. It just makes the mess super easier to clean up. So I just lay that out on my counter, and here is the wig. So this wig is from Yiroo Hair. This is their 18-inch body wave pre-made frontal unit. So it has 4 combs in it, 1 in the back, 1 at the top, and 2 on the sides. And I believe this is their brown lace. And it also has adjustable like straps in the back that you can hook onto those little pockets so that you can make it smaller or less tight. It's pretty much however the cap fits your head. And I'm showing you guys the lace color and also the inside of the lace. The knots on this unit is actually very tiny, which I think is key to like a flawless install. So we're just gonna get into actually coloring this hair. So I'm just gonna put on 2 pairs of gloves because I just got my nails done. And you do not want to mess your nails up, okay, at all. So I actually used 2 pairs of gloves. So you would need your volume, your developer, your bleach, your mask because this stuff is very strong, a brush, and your container to where you will be mixing everything up. So I'm just pouring out the BW2 lightening powder into my container, and I'm showing you guys the packaging of the hair. And they sent a wig cap and a headband, which I thought was really cute. So back to coloring, we are just I'm really just freehanding this. I don't have any specific measurements. I do this so much that I know the consistency of what I'm pouring out. So I'm really just going by hand and by eye. So you want to mix until the consistency is not thick, because you want that watery consistency so that when you are applying it onto the hair, it is hitting almost every strand and it's easier. Whereas if it was super thick, then you know it's going to be 10 times harder to get it on every piece of strand. So when you are applying the lightener, you just want to make sure that you are packing it on and going through with that Denman brush, because girl, if you ain't got one of them Denman brushes, then you need to get one, okay? That is going to be key to get all of the areas and every piece of hair lightened. So as you guys can tell, I'm actually doing this very sloppy because I feel like for my beginners, it's actually really hard to lighten hair when you do it on a wig stand. Also guys, this is key. You need to flip it over so that you can make sure that every piece of the hair has been completely saturated. So like I was saying, coloring on a wig stand is actually a bit more advanced in my opinion, because you actually have to work faster when you're doing it on a wig stand, because once the consistency is like all mixed up, the product only works for about 20 to 30 minutes and then it stops. So if it's taking you 20 minutes to just do about 4 rows and then you have the rest of the hair and the lightener just sitting there, you're pretty much wasting product. So this way is actually very fast in my opinion. Nothing needs to be neat, because the way that we are lightening it is making it look jagged so that the ombre doesn't look straight across and it's not a straight line. So that brush is doing a very good job at that, because as we're brushing, the brush is also adding product to like very random pieces of hair once we get to the top, which I think is really dope. And you guys will see what I'm talking about once it is completely washed out. So once I applied the lightening powder and everything on the hair, I just kind of focused on the starting point of where the lightening started, and I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't a straight line. So what you guys see me doing now, again, this is very beginner friendly. So to knock out 2 two things at one time. You can actually go in and lighten that lace while the hair is lightening. So I like to do the hair first because that takes longer, and I feel as though when I lighten my lace, it doesn't need that much time for the knots to lighten. So I'll do the hair first and then do the lace, and then about 10-15 minutes of the bleach being on the lace, I'll wash everything out, and by that time the hair is already fully lightened, and so is those knots on the frontal, which I think is really dope. And it's very easy, and yeah, you guys, it takes up so much of your energy coloring hair, but when you can find a way to make things easier, just go with it. So this was actually the next day. I actually do not blow dry my units. I just let them air dry, either put them out in the sun, and this was that the color that we got from lightening it. And I am using the Kiss Temptation. One color is in raspberry, and the other one was like a magenta, I believe. And I just mixed them together, and I really just, slapped the color on and made sure that every piece of the hair was saturated. And I actually really love this color combo. I'll definitely be doing this color combo again for sure, you guys. This color was so very nice. And then I just went in with my Denman brush again, making sure that every piece of the hair was saturated. And when you brush your hair out while you're going through the process, that blow drying part, which I don't do, you might, but it makes it 10 times easier. Washing it out makes it 10 times easier, and actually styling it after when you're done, because the hair won't be tangled, because you're continuously making sure that all the strands are nicely combed out, which I think is definitely key to coloring for sure, and takes out a lot of that hassle that you're gonna go through. So I allowed this color to sit for about 30 minutes just so that it can be completely saturated. And yeah, so now we're going to jump into the customization part. Now I have plenty of videos on my channel of me showing you guys how to properly customize a hairline. So this is not going to be an in-depth tutorial of that, but if you need one, then just search through my channels. I'll have the video up on the screen right here. But what I like to do is just comb out that part that has already been pretty much pre-plucked, and then I like to pluck behind it so that everything just looks really seamless. So that's what you guys see me doing. I'm just taking my time with plucking it, and honestly, plucking and customizing hurts my hands so much. I do hair so much, and I know y'all see the way my wrist is bended. That's how you get carpal tunnel, okay? So if you can, just pluck in a way where your hand feels pretty comfy so that you're not hurting yourself. And once I comb over that pre-plucked part, I just go over everything and pluck again. And that is pretty much it. I repeat that same technique throughout the whole front of the hairline. And as you look at the hairline, you will definitely see that area that has been pre-plucked, and then that harsh barrier where it's just like so much hair. And I know you guys can see it right there. So I like to pluck wet. Other people like to pluck dry. It's pretty much your preference, but it's whatever makes you feel okay. And this is what I like to do. Same technique. So now we are going to get into styling this unit. As you guys can see, that red is super vibrant. It's so pretty. And I don't know, it's just something about that red. I love red hair. Love it. So what you guys are going to see me do is just add some curls to this hair. I figured that red ombre will look really cute, and you guys know fall is coming up. So that red is like the perfect color for fall, the weather, the time, all of that stuff. So I know you guys are gonna ask. I am using the Babyliss curling iron. This is their 0.25. I don't know. I don't think it's the 1 inch, but okay, I think it's the 0.50 inch curling iron. I believe I got it from Amazon. I literally get all my tools from Amazon because everywhere else is like super expensive, and I don't know, I feel like Amazon has some good deals. So yeah. And what you guys see me doing is just scrunching up the curls after I release it from the iron. And yeah, you guys, I actually had a hard time curling hair before, you know, I actually started doing hair. I used to never be able to curl hair with a curling iron. I just found it so difficult, so I would just always settle for straight hair. But yeah, you guys, I actually love curls more than straight hair. It just gives it more volume, and it's just, I don't know, just does something, you know, adds more character. So this part is pretty repetitive. All I did was just curl the entire head. I'm not going to show it all because pretty sure you guys can get the gist of how to curl hair. And like I said, I'm just easing out, scrunching it up, and letting it go. So time lapse to the top of the head, and how I pretty much flatten that top. Your hot comb is going to be the key to getting anything flat. So I'm just adding some heat protectant and some wax stick on it to help flatten that out, and then just going in with my hot comb that I also got from Amazon. And I've had this hot comb for about 2 years now, and it's still doing good. That's why it's so black, you guys, because it has been through the burn, everything, okay? So I feel like my favorite part of curling hair is definitely the top, because I feel like that's where everything comes together. Those top curls are like super important, because if they're not laid right, then the whole thing would just look like a complete flop. So you really just want to make sure that you are turning the iron in the way that, you know, you would like it to lay. All right, you guys, so then I'm going in with the hot comb, which is my favorite part of doing hair, doing frontals. That hot comb, man, it does something. It just does something. I'm just flattening everything out before I comb it out. I'm going to show you guys the curls, the color. Everything just looks so nice. Everything's bouncy. Oh my goodness, this hair is amazing, you guys. So if you're interested in purchasing this hair, just check the description box down below. It lightened beautifully. The hair doesn't feel stiff. It doesn't feel dry at all. It still has that shine to it. So I would definitely recommend purchasing this hair. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to your girl's channel. Leave a comment down below if you're feeling this color. And I also added layers to the front because I felt like with that swoop, it would definitely work well. So, yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to check the description box down below for the link to this hair. And before we go, today's motivational quote is, "Sleep in peace tonight, knowing that God is bigger than anything you face tomorrow." So with that being said, I will see you, love, in my next one. Bye.